Thank you so much for joining me here today. My name is Christine. This is Integrated Yoga Therapy, a practice with a group from Breastfriends in Tigard, Oregon. We are recording live on Zoom. And I just saw someone type something in the chat, so I'm going to head up here to take a look. In the meantime, make sure that you are practicing from a sturdy chair, one from which you can be safe, have your feet on the ground, and if possible, maybe make it so that it's a chair without any wheels or without any arms. If you have wheels, make sure they're locked. If you have arms, we'll just work around them. Otherwise, we want to come to the front of the seat. If you are really tired today or you have some reason you can't sit up straight, you might take a pillow or a blanket or a bolster behind you to just bring yourself a little farther up the chair. So I'm just gonna demonstrate. I've got a little pillow here, a little bolster. You could kind of sit right up against that so that you can sit up nice and tall and at the front of the seat. Another thing you might want to be aware of is if you have a tendency to kind of roll back like this, we want to have a nice tall spine. And having a rolled up blanket or towel or a little pillow right there under the sit bones can help you to sit tall. And that's great, not just for this practice, but also for your everyday seat to help to deal with some of those low back issues. So make yourself comfortable, have yourself in your sturdy chair right up here at the front, feet on the ground. And just begin to kind of check in with yourself. Notice the parts of yourself that are feeling a little wonky, a little discomfort, a little irritated or tight. And then once you're done checking all those places out, maybe focus on a few places that might be feeling really good today. Maybe it's just one spot on your arm or your knee. That one place where you just feel, hey, there's no discomfort there today. I feel pretty good. And just let yourself accept all of it, whatever comes with you. And we'll begin to kind of align ourselves from the bottom up. So look down and take a look at your toes. And if you're wearing socks, that's fine. But we just want to pick the toes up off the ground and spread them out nice and wide. And if you have issues with spreading the toes out wide, that's something that you might want to practice on a daily basis, just spreading them out and drawing them in, because that nice spread helps us to keep our balance. So pick them up and just put the pinky toes and then the fourth, third, second, and big toes down to give yourself a nice strong base here. Make sure your knees are over your ankles. Feel your sit bones supported by your chair. And just kind of draw the base of your skull up and back with a little bit of a chin tuck. Relax your shoulders and just begin to notice your breath. Not changing the breath yet. We just want to really direct our focus on the sensation of the breath. So whatever that is for you, I always like to bring my anchor right to the tip of my nose and just feel that in-breath coming in through the nostrils. And notice the out-breath as you breathe out. And you might soften your gaze or close your eyes to help you really focus. You might notice you're really tight and tense in some places. And perhaps you can soften some of those places a little as you exhale. And we want the breath to be soft as well. So you might imagine you've got a little feather right up here underneath your nose. And we don't want to ruffle the feather. So as you breathe in, you don't want to suck that feather up your nose. And as you breathe out, you don't want to ruffle the feather. So just nice and soft. And just let this be enough. Today is the day before the winter solstice. And so with the winter solstice in mind, tomorrow will be the shortest day of the year, the longest night. And in Indigenous peoples traditions, in the yogic tradition, this time is our time to kind of look back on the past year and all the adventures we've had, all the triumphs we've had, all the losses we've had. It's also a time to celebrate the harvest. So you might just reflect on what you've harvested in your life this year. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it might be. And it's also the time of year when nature goes relatively dormant. And we acknowledge that we too are part of nature. And it is a great time for quiet reflection, for softness, for rest and restoration as we prepare for the coming longer days. So just taking this time to care for yourself, to come inward and to let rest be okay. To let softness be okay. And let's begin to just get a little bit of movement here. Inhale once more right here in the center, and as you exhale, just bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Continue to breathe here, that nice soft feather-like breath. Let your left shoulder be really soft and heavy here. And if you want more of a stretch in your neck, you might reach those left fingertips out. Or not. It's your practice. You don't have to do anything that I suggest, just what feels right for you. Couple more breaths right here. Just letting the tendons, the fascia, the muscles, the ligaments all have an opportunity to just be soft as we practice this yin-like practice today. And then when you're ready to come up, take your right hand and bring it to your right cheek. And as you next inhale, lift your head gently back up to the top of your spine. And then release your right hand down. And just notice how that felt to have your own hand tenderly holding your cheek. One more inhale right here at the center. And as you exhale, let that left ear soften down towards your left shoulder. Relax the right arm, the right shoulder. Let your head be heavy. Maybe reach those right fingertips out to find a little more sensation. Or not, your choice. Just a couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready to come up, bring your left hand to tenderly hold your left cheek and bring your head back up to the top of your spine and release that left arm down. And just notice what you notice in your energy, the quality of your breath. And then we'll just gently make some circles here in one direction. So just lift your chin up towards the sky and then draw it down towards your heart. And these circles can be as big as you like or as small as you like. You might notice some sounds your neck might be making. And the next time you bring your chin down towards your heart, we'll reverse those circles. See if you can find the same number of circles in this direction. And when you feel about even, let your chin come all the way back up towards the sky. And bring one hand and then the other over the center of your chest. And just look upward, stretching the front of your neck. Couple breaths here. One more inhale, exhale, release your hands and bring your head back to neutral. Soften those shoulders, tuck that chin back. And then we'll do a little bit of movement in the spine and in the shoulders. So inhale right here. Stay for the exhale. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your sit bones on your chair. And then with your next inhale, we're going to reach the right hand forward and draw the left hand back and look to the left. Exhale as you come back through center. And then inhale, reach your left arm forward and your right arm back and turn to look right. Exhale back to center. Inhale, reaching forward, looking left. And exhale back to center. And then again, left hand slides forward, right arm slides back, look right. We'll just keep moving side to side, just sliding the hands up and down the thighs. Keeping contact with your body as you move. Just letting the slow yin-like quality bring you into those parts of winter, the dormancy, the softness, the rest, the darkness. Let's go one more time each side. Moving the shoulders, moving the spine, moving the neck. And then we'll come back to neutral. And just take a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What are you needing? And then we'll get a little forward and backward motion, a little seated cat and cow. So as you inhale, draw your hands up your thighs towards your hips. Draw your elbows back, look up towards the sky again. And as you exhale, bring your chin back down towards your heart and slide your hands forward towards your knees. Inhale, draw those arms back, look up as much as your neck is happy with. And exhale, draw the belly button back towards the spine, reach the fingers forward. And again, this movement can be as subtle as you like, or it can be really expansive. Just find what feels good for you. We don't want to move to 100% of our range of motion. We just want to say hello to our body, to our joints, and find those healthy edges. When you meet that first edge, don't push beyond it. Breathe into it. If you want more, you can definitely release your hands from your thighs. Reaching forward as you round into cat. And reaching back as you inhale up into cow. And stretching along the backs of the shoulders and the front of the arms. One more time, let's inhale, open up, draw those shoulder blades towards one another. And exhale, release your hands back to rest on your thighs. Find your tall spine again. Find that soft breath. Relax your eyes, your forehead, your jaw. And then let's get a little lateral movement here in the spine. So we'll take our left hand to the left hip. Right fingertips can dangle down. And again, if you have an arm on your chair, see if you can scoot forward enough to avoid hitting that, or just let your arm kind of rest over the top. We'll inhale right here and exhale, just reach those right fingers down towards the ground. Inhale back up to center and switch right hand to right hip, left fingertips reach down. And we'll just go side to side, nice and slow. So the yin-like qualities are creativity and vitality. They are darkness and emotion. So we're just really embracing those qualities. They are feminine qualities. If you want more here, the next time you reach those right fingertips down, you could reach your left arm up as much as it feels good to you. And as you reach the left arm down, the right arm can go up. Just kind of make little windmills of your arms. Let it be soft, let it be fluid. Let's go one more time to each side. And we'll inhale right back to center. Let's roll the shoulders up and down and back a few times. And then let's bring the hands to interlace. We're going to bring them right up here at heart height. If that's hard on your shoulders, you can have them be down a little bit lower. Palms are facing down. We'll inhale right here. And as we exhale, we're just going to twist towards the right. Inhale right back to center and exhale, twist to the left. And just continue moving at your own pace here. We want to keep those sit bones on the chair, so we're really focusing on moving through the ribs, opening up our ability to breathe. And one more time to each side. Next time on the left is the last time. We'll come back to center, and this time we'll keep the hands interlaced, but we'll rest them down in our laps. Palms up towards the sky like a little empty bowl. With your next inhale, we're going to draw the fingers forward and up as much as feels good to you. As you exhale, turn your palms down and press your hands down towards your lap. Inhale to reach your interlaced hands forward and maybe up as high as feels good to you. And then exhale, release your hands and just slowly let your arms float down. Now, how high you bring your arms is up to you. We'll interlace our hands once again at the base of our lap, but we're going to switch the interlace up. So we all have a dominant thumb, so we're just going to bring that non-dominant thumb on top to play. And then we'll inhale to sweep our bowl out and up. Exhale to draw it in and down. Inhale, press those palms out and up as much as feels good to you today. And exhale to release. And press your palms out as much as feels good to you. We'll do that twice more. So we'll come back to our dominant thumb on top. Inhale out and around. Exhale, press down. Inhale out and up to your level. And exhale to release. Last time here, non-dominant thumb on top. Use your breath. You've got this. And slowly release. Let your arms come all the way down towards your sides and just shake your hands and arms out a little bit. Roll your shoulders up and down and back. And then let's bring the hands to the hips once again. And we'll make a few hip circles here. So as you inhale, draw your heart forward. And as you exhale, round over to the right, towards the back of the chair. And then inhale up through the left side and forward again. Exhale, round to the right and back towards the back of the chair. Use your in-breath as you come forward and your out-breath as you come back. And you can always bring a hint of that cat-cow movement with you, drawing your heart forward as you inhale forward and rounding the spine. Bring your chin to your chest as you round back. Let's go one more time in this direction. And the next time you inhale forward, we're going to switch directions. So exhale down through the left side and back. And inhale up through the right and back. And as always, you can have your hands wherever it makes sense for you. Maybe they're resting to your lap. Maybe they're hanging at your sides. Maybe your circles are small because you do have arms on your chair and your hands are resting on them. Just make it work for you. Let's go twice more in this direction. And just notice all the subtle sensations you feel along the way. The next time you exhale to the back, that's the last time. We'll inhale all the way back up to a tall spine. Release your hands. Shrug your shoulders out. Maybe rock them a little from side to side. And then let's get a little hip mobility here. So we're going to just pick up that right foot and take it out to the right. And then pick it back up and bring it back to center. And then we'll pick up the left foot, land it out to the left, pick it up again, and bring it back to center. And we're just going to keep going side to side here. And again, how far you move your leg out is up to you. And how far you lift your knee up is also up to you. Maybe today you're feeling really tired and yours is more of a slide out to the side. That can work too. We're still getting some movement in our hips. And just take your time. Be very deliberate with your movements. Be really safe with your body. Let's do one more time on each side. And then we'll come back to center and we'll just rock the knees from side to side, and you can keep your feet parallel here or maybe nice and wide would feel good. Yeah. And then we'll bring those knees right back over the feet. Feel your toes on the ground. Feel your sit bones in the chair once again. And then we're going to get a little more of a stretch across the chest and in the arms. So this time we're going to interlace the hands behind the back. So I'm just going to turn to the side so that you can see. Now, if the interlacing the hands is no good for you, you might bring your hands to rest on your low back, or just bring them back as far as you can. And we're just gonna draw the knuckles down towards the chair and look up towards the sky as much as feels good to you. And breathe here. Feel that expansion across your collarbones as you inhale. Feel your chest softening as you exhale. One more inhale here. And then exhale, release. And then again, we're gonna switch the clasp of the hands. So the way that feels funky and weird, we'll inhale, draw the knuckles down, maybe press them to the chair and look up towards the sky. Breathe a couple breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Come back to center, shake out your arms a little bit. Roll your shoulders up and down and back once again. And then we're gonna get a little bit more into the hips. So you will wanna lift that right knee up off the ground. Maybe bring your hands under your thighs or around the front of your shin. You might interlace your hands here and rotate that ankle a few times in each direction. And then either bring your ankle to the top of your left thigh or just simply cross your legs. You might bring that left foot more towards center, so both knees are kind of stacked here. If crossing your legs is not available to you, or even bringing your ankle up to the top of your knee, you can get a box or a yoga block or another chair perhaps, or a step stool, and bring your leg down a little bit lower. We'll interlace our fingers around that top knee or the right knee, wherever it happens to be for you, and find that tall spine once again, and that nice soft feather-like breath. Now this might be enough of a stretch for your right hip. If you want a little bit more, you can release your right hand and turn to look to your right, maybe bringing your left arm to the right knee or thigh. Roll your right shoulder down and back. And sit up nice and tall here as you inhale. And soften as you exhale. Relax your forehead, your jaw. Couple more breaths right here. Use your next inhale to come back to center, to unwind. We'll release that right foot down. Take a moment just to check in with yourself. Notice how the two sides of your body are feeling. And then we'll pick up that left knee now, under the thigh or around the shin, in just a few circles in each direction. And bring that left ankle to the top of the right thigh, or just cross the knees here. And you can, again, always use some kind of support for the left foot here. Interlace your hands again, maybe taking the weird, funky way, letting that non-dominant thumb come on top. When we do things differently like that, we are telling our nervous system that we can do things in a different way, that we don't always have to default to the same old way of doing things. Sit up nice and tall here. Notice how your left hip is feeling. And if you want a little bit more, twist any amount towards the left. Breathe here. Using your in-breath to grow a little taller, to tuck that chin a bit. And your exhale just to soften into your twist. Not to force anything, not to coerce anything, but just to be nice and tall. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind, come back to center. And then let's get a little bit of an opening in the front of the hip. So we're gonna scooch over to the left side of the chair. And here you do kind of wanna scoot towards the back of the chair. So as much as your right thigh as possible is supported by the chair. And then we're just gonna drop that left knee down towards the ground. Hold on to your chair here for support. And just draw that left knee down. If you want more here, you might inhale, reach your left arm up and open up your heart once again. Looking up towards the sky, lifting your chin, pressing into the top of your foot as it rests down on the floor, or maybe your toes are tucked under. I'll turn to the other side of the chair so you can see what I mean. Toes, top of the foot on the ground or toes tucked under, either way is great. Whatever feels right in your foot. Couple more breaths right here. Maybe arching your back a bit, opening up the front of the body. One more inhale, and then exhale, release. We'll come to the opposite side, always finding balance. Just like winter solstice, night and day, dark and light, yin and yang. We'll drop that right knee down to the floor, hold onto your chair for support. And if you want more, you might reach that right arm up, palm shining forward, take a little bit of a back bend as you draw your right knee down. Couple breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, release. We'll come to sit back on our chair, and here we want to sit back as far as you're comfortably able with your feet still on the ground. Still having a nice tall spine though. We're going to take our hands together and just rub them. Rub those palms as if your hands were really cold and you want to warm them up. Rub, rub, rub. Keep it going. Your arms get tired. We're almost there. And here we are. So we're going to stop rubbing. We're going to make two little bowls, two little cups of our palms. And we're going to place them right over our eyes and seal out all the light so that your hands aren't touching the eyelids. Just these outer edges of the hands are around the eye socket. And just let your shoulders be soft and your elbows be heavy. And just seal out all of the light. You might come back to focus on your breath, that feather-like breath at the tip of your nose. Or you might take this time to reflect on the year past. What has been harvested. What maybe you have let go of. Like the falling of the leaves. We are nature as well. And we can benefit ourselves by following the cycles of nature. by going quiet and reflective and soft in these winter months, so that we're strong and prepared for the longer, sunnier days that are just around the corner. You can continue holding your hands there at your eyes, or maybe release your hands back to your lap, palms up or down, whatever feels right in your shoulders and your arms. Just another few breaths here. Honoring your year, giving thanks for whatever comes up for you that you are thankful for. Recommitting to letting go of anything you've decided to let go of. And if you like, in the tradition of yoga, you might bring your hands to your heart, palm to palm, thumbs at your sternum, and tilt your chin down towards your heart. I offer you blessings and my very good wishes for this last, shortest day of the year tomorrow, and blessings for the coming of the light. May you have peace in your heads, your thoughts, your words, and your hearts. Namaste.